This is the future.
Guns received a huge buff during Sisters of Parvos with the help of the galvanized mods and the new primary and secondary arcane. It did make guns more playable, and in my opinion, I would say that I'm addicted to playing guns right now than whacking enemies with my melee weapon. Digital Extremes have done a wonderful job in providing mods and arcanes that will help all guns provide decent damage. But, like always, these new things created a new meta. While I don't see any huge gap on the galvanized mods, but still, I hope that Digital Extremes changed the way that galvanized scope works. Instead of all critical buff expires, it should work the same as the other galvanized mods, that each stack of the buff expires after the timer runs out. That's the only thing that gets me annoyed while using this galvanized mod, but it's not a big problem right now as the mod is situational and you use it on guns with exceptional accuracy such as beam weapons in the game. On the other hand, new arcanes somehow don't get the same treatment, and in my opinion, one arcane dominates the other. There are 3 weapon arcane varieties added during Sisters of Parvos: the Merciless, Dexterity and Deadhead arcane. I don't feel that one arcane is powerful than the others, is that one arcane sees more usage because of how universal it is for all guns in the game. I'm talking about the Merciless arcane. This arcane gives 360% damage to your guns at the max stack, and it provides 30% reload speed and 100% maximum ammunition to your gun. Just by looking at the buffs it provides, you will see that this arcane is made specifically for guns, and the requirement isn't that complicated. You just need to kill enemies and all the buffs from this arcane will proc, and just continue killing to maintain the buff. While the Deadhead arcane is somewhat made for a specific setup, this arcane also gives you 360% damage to your gun at the max stack, but it gives a bonus on weapon recoil and 30% headshot damage. Precision is the key for this arcane, which is kinda hard to do, especially in star chart missions since enemies are moving fast. Well, I'm a noob at aiming, so it's hard for me to do that. I'm not saying you can't, I'm just saying I get annoyed sometimes aiming for their heads when I can just simply whack them with my melee or destroy them with my nuke weapons. In a farming simulator game, you will need to do things at the quickest time possible, and that is why sometimes players don't bother with headshot multiplier unless they wanted to. Now, there are other setup to override the headshot requirement of the Deadhead arcane, and one is by using Nidus lava, or subsuming Nidus lava into your Warframe. When you shoot and kill enemies inside Nidus lava, it counts as a headshot for some guns in the game, and this allows you to proc the buff of the Deadhead arcane easily. Also, you can do this with stealth Warframes. Enemies that can't see you will be docile and will move slower compared to when they are alerted. This allows you to have some time to aim their heads and kill them with a precision shot. But then again, it's slower compared to just using weapons that can kill multiple enemies at once. The Deadhead arcane is special with the Gaze Kit gun, and even with Titania's Dexpixia. It shreds enemies to pieces, and I advise that you try it out. The last arcane, and probably the one that it's not commonly used, is the primary or secondary Dexterity. This arcane also gives 360% damage to your guns at max stack, but instead of the on-kill mechanic with guns, you must kill enemies using your melee weapon to proc the buffs of this arcane. Also, the other is focus on increasing the duration of the combo count of your melee weapon for 7.5 seconds, and it also increases the holster speed by 100% at max stack. Remember when we asked Digital Extremes that they should make a feature wherein guns and melee will synergy with each other? Well, this arcane is their answer. Although it may sound unbalanced since the damage is implemented on the guns, while it only gives a combo count duration to your melee weapon, but 7.5 seconds additional combo duration might be the key to a mean max combo with your melee and guns. Since you now have a combo duration bonus in your arcane, you can skip using the Nariman Focus Power Spike or even add combo duration mods in your melee weapon. Instead of a combo mod, you can give more damage, elemental, or any mod that will help your melee weapon become more efficient in a real mission. Okay, let me give you an example. In this video, I am using both Kuva Brahma and the Warfan named Quasus. I picked Dexterity over Merciless for this setup since I need to min-max the build of my melee weapon. This Warfan hits like a truck when you have max combo counter and you throw its projectile using the heavy attack key. This is one of those melee weapons that can still red crit with the heavy attack build without the help of any red crit boosting abilities or Riven mods. However, you will need to add Blood Rush in your build and a max combo count to achieve such a feat. Also, you would want a heavy attack efficiency feature so that each heavy attack will only consume one combo multiplier. We need a mod like Focus Energy and the Zenuric Cinemite to achieve this, and the combo duration mod from Arcane Dexterity will be valuable since we now have something to maintain our combo count. Overall, Dexterity is not a mediocre arcane, but it's more of an arcane that helps you make your melee weapon better while having some damage boost to your guns at the same time. It excels well when you are using a melee build for fast attack to build up combo counter, and then heavy to inflict a death blow to the enemies. There is no bad or good arcane between the three new weapon arcanes. One is just capable of being universal while the other two are situational. Don't worry, as I got a few combos that I will share later which uses both arcane deadhead and dexterity. So, stick around and I hope you are enjoying the content. Let me know your thoughts about these arcanes in the comment section below. Also, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe if you are not part of Team Grind yet. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in my next video. Squad Leader signing off.
Evolution. This is the future.